Someone said something very smart to me on Friday, which is that we need people coming to Australia who are going to build our country up and not tear it down. And so we do want the brightest students coming here. So, Gary, do you think that, there needs to be a new approach where if you want to come study here and you don't know English, then you need to have a language course at the same time as part of the degree?
You'd think so, wouldn't you, Sharri? And James McGrath and I both graduated from the same university, only a couple of years apart, I'd like to add. I did it as a mature age student. And, at my time at Griffith University, we saw a lot of people who were being given all sorts of assistance all the way through those courses that we were competing in. It's as simple as that. But look, universities have got this sort of two-edged sword and they're going to get sliced and diced no matter which way they go, because some courses they can't run unless they've got a large cohort of international full fee paying students actually in the course. So Australian students who on merit get to do that course may not find the course available. And the universities are so heavily geared around, like all the state government bureaucracies, about paying their vice-chancellors big dollars, $1 million plus fees, a lot of them get. We've probably got too many universities in Australia, frankly. And I know the group of 8 have got a concern that the old sandstone universities, they want to see more people coming into the country, and there's a lot of reasons for it. But you're right. If they can't speak English, they can't participate culturally in the country, they're not getting the real Australian experience. And there's no point in having them, isolated off campus and not really involved in Australia while they're studying in Australia. So it's a real rethink that's got to happen here, Sharri. We do need migration to build our country, and we need the friendship that comes from these university students. But if they're not speaking to us in our language, our national language, maybe a lot of this is fraught with failure. But they're still making money, the university bosses. They're doing well.
No, indeed they are. Weak leadership when it comes to social cohesion and protecting students from racism, though. Now let's have a look at the story. We discussed this last night, that Google is censoring search results for Donald Trump's assassination attempt, and then overnight, Google has now responded to this. A spokesman for the tech giant said that Google's systems, and I warn you, this is a bit of gobbledygook, they said that protections against autocomplete predictions associated with political violence, which were working as intended prior to this horrific event, and they say they're working on improvements to ensure our systems are more up to date. James, this is nonsense. I mean, you type in attempted assassination of, and there's no Donald Trump that comes up. All these other people come up. And even when you type in Donald, it still doesn't come up. You wouldn't be so suspicious, except that the tech giants do have a history of censoring stories that are firmly in the public interest. James McGrath.
They are censoring stories, whether it is deliberately or it's through some algorithms or whatever it is, because we do know that the big tech companies have traditionally lent to the left. And what we're seeing, not just with Google, but Facebook also censored that famous picture of Donald Trump with the security guard, with the security guards around him and the flag in the background. They censored that. So it is a bit of a wake-up call, and it's good that we've got Elon Musk coming out, someone who was formerly of the left and is coming out now to help call out these big tech companies. Because the danger is, if they're prepared to censor Donald Trump, what else are they prepared to censor? And what don't we know? This is the issue. What don't we know that is being censored?
And Elon Musk tweeted, or I don't know what his new word is for X, but anyway, he tweeted saying probably just a coincidence that Google employees were the top donors to Biden. So an accusation there that this is politically motivated, Gary.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think even the response from Google you've read was actually generated by artificial intelligence, because it is, without a doubt, give me a response to keep Sharri Markson happy, and they've sort of come up with something. So, but, artificial intelligence is better than absolutely no intelligence, the often not talked about ANI. But look, Sharri, in the end, we've got to do our research, pick up a book, read papers, read a range of stuff. Don't just simply ask Google to separate the facts from the fiction. And the problem is that a whole generation of people just now are just so used to trusting what comes through their device. I mean, Wikipedia has been a classic example, in my view, that school kids, I think, should be marked down for using Wikipedia as their only source, because you can just make stuff up. You can do whatever you like there.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Get a range of views. But thank God for Elon Musk, because he is now the arbiter of all fairness in the broad economic reality of the social media space. As indeed you are, Sharri, as well.
Well, thank you. Always enjoy a compliment. But there are other problems on the platform X, no question. But we don't have time for that now. Gary Hardgrave and James McGrath, thank you both very much for your time.